LFC and welcome to another one of my Formula 1 series. This is the Road to Mercedes series I got going, and this is the Belgium Grand Prix with Fernando Alonso. I've managed. Sorry about this, I've got hiccups going on at the minute and I'm getting very frustrated with them. I've managed to get through the qualifying. Obviously I only run it to become last so that I can have my setup. Otherwise, without a setup, especially around Belgium, I'm going to absolutely get destroyed. So please excuse my hiccups in this video, but I have to be recording it now because I don't have any other time this week to record it, so I've got to do it, and I'm recording this straight after all my MotoGP ones I've recorded. These hiccups have come from absolutely nowhere. But we're going to gear up here for the Grand Prix. Hopefully these hiccups go away after a while, because otherwise it's going to make for a very annoying video for you and for me. So we're just going to get into this race and let's go. Gearing up 5 red lights and away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix around Spa-Francorchamps. I got off the line, I passed Stevens and Mary. Oh my god, Mary, she's gone for a dive bomb on everybody. I'm being forced into the wall here by Ericsson. What the hell, Ericsson? And then he just stopped. Oh, his side pod glitched with Maldonado. But we're off the line, it's not too bad. Mary dive bombed everybody, confused the entire pack, especially me. I'm down to 17th, well up into 17th. We're quite a distance off 16th and 15th, but Mary will fall back into me. And the other cars are going to be difficult to catch, especially with this annoying hiccup thing going on. But let's just try and pass Mary as quickly as possible. Fellow Spaniard for Fernando Alonso, who we're driving as here in this championship. Passed him very easily into the right-handed hairpin. We're going to get up behind Kvyat as soon as possible because we've got the high-speed setup on, and the AI don't always run the setups, I believe. We might be able to pass him in a straight, but then the Red Bull's going to be very good around this sector. Red Bull's downforce is very good. He's pulling away from me through here. Sorry, these hiccups are actually getting annoying. Every 2 minutes I might have to press mute on my mic so that I can deal with them. But yeah, we're flying at the moment. We're getting closer to Kvyat through here. Oh my god, Danny Kvyat is pulling away. That's just McLaren's pace for you. Well, lack of pace. Oh, we're up behind him. He took a horrible line through the hairpin. Sorry about that. Am I going to be able to pass him up here for a rouge? Into the long straight. We're going to pull into the slipstream of him, and we're dragging him down the straight. We're passing a car in the McLaren on a straight. That does not happen very often. And Perez is the next driver in front of me. Catching Perez. These hiccups need to really piss off because they are actually getting on my nerves now. I hope you can't hear them at home because they will be really annoying to listen to, and I don't want them to be on the video. Past Carlos Sainz, he's the car in front of me. Past Sergio frickin' Perez. Coming up behind Sainz Jr. See if we can get anywhere near him. We're catching him very rapidly. Jenson Button's the car just in front of it. Just in front of him. We're not far off now. We are not far off them now. Perez is trying to come back at me, but I ain't having none of that. I've turned too early, so that's gonna kill my tyres. Hiccups, please go away. Perez has passed me because of his superior Mercedes power in that Force India. Let's go for a lunge. Just past Perez, we'll drive it in really deep. Make it work, I don't really care. Use too much of the circuit. Couldn't give a fucking shite right now. Come across very aggressively on Perez there. And Perez is going to DRS me in a minute down the straight, and Kvyat's probably going to follow him through. He's gone around the outside of me in a Rouge. Very brave from Sergio Perez, but we've managed to keep it going. We're staying in front of him for now. Kvyat's all over the back of Sergio Perez there behind us. We are struggling for pace in this race, as always in the McLaren. But I've got this added problem of hiccups during the race. I didn't have them before the race. As soon as I pressed record, they turned up. So I'm really freaking sorry, but there's fuck all I can do about it. They really are pissing me off now. Wait, I'm on the prime tyre? Why the hell am I on the prime tyre? I didn't know I was on the prime tyre. Alright, okay. I'll be able to go a bit longer before my pit stop and then run really well at the end. I did not know I was on the prime tyre, they didn't tell me. I think that's information, guys, you might have needed to tell me for this race. It would have been nice. Absolutely. Well, I would say flying, but from the McLaren Honda, this is flying. Being down in 14th is a positive result for them. But JB is in front of me, just in front of Carlos Sainz, but I can't catch Sainz. I don't know what it is. Sainz and Button seems to just be getting away from me. And Perez seems to be catching me very, very fast. And we've gone deep into the corner again, no acceleration off. And Perez is going to pass me down the big long straight in a minute. I'm going to go defensive into the first part of our Rouge. I believe this is our Rouge anyway. We've got not a bad line through here. There's a yellow up in front. Must have been Jensen with Sainz because I don't see any cars. But then the only two cars I see on the marker. Sorry, here comes again. It's Max Verstappen. Perez pushes me off the bloody track. Move! Why pull into my way, Verstappen? What's the fucking point of pulling into my way? He's got no front wing, so I don't know what's happened to him, but he's made an error somewhere. That means Jensen's probably up into 11th place. We're running at an okay pace, but it's not eye-opening and it's not scary for Sainz. He can just run at any pace he wants in front and stay there. He's rapid in comparison to me. I'm trying my best. I'm pushing the car. Just 5 seconds. It'll be more than that by the end of the lap, you dumbass. I haven't got the speed in this car. You should know that. You're my engineer. And Perez is getting very much closer to me through this section. He would when there's a massive long straight, because this car's just got no speed. We're not even gaining on Sainz and Button. We're not even gaining on them. In fact, we're probably losing time. Seriously, these hiccups need to piss off. I believe we're actually losing time to them. If anything. Just take a different line through that. Seems like an okay line, and not one far off what the computers, one far off what the racing drivers in real life were doing in the last F1 Grand Prix. They were way off the circuit. I don't know how they were getting away with it. These hiccups are actually putting me off now. For the entire fucking race, and they won't piss off. Didn't have them before the race, I didn't have them before we recorded. They just appeared as soon as I started recording, which is fucking typical, really. fucking typical. Struggling for pace here. This car is a pile of dog shit. Come on, McLaren. Please, hiccups, leave me alone. It's seriously getting on my nerves now. There we go again. More hiccups. Hey, you want any more? Come on, a few more. Might as well. Another 6 laps of this torture. Oh, understeer. McLaren, understeer. Goes well together, really, don't they? Let's turn too early, then at least I can't understeer off the track. Understeer onto the track, that'd be nice. Horrible pace right now in this car. Absolutely horrible pace. Outbrake myself. Gonna pass Jensen and all them for now, but I'm gonna lose time to them after the pits. After I have to pit eventually. Not even gonna get myself up to the points temporarily, am I? Wow, 10th. Best I can do. Ricardo's come out just in front of me. I'll pass him while he's got cold tyres. We're going to get in here behind the Williams. The Williams of Felipe Massa, but I believe Ricardo's going to end up DRSing me. I've got DRS on Massa. It doesn't look like the cold tyre thing makes a difference that much anymore. Oh, yes it does. It's just down the straights it doesn't. Felipe Massa's holding me up here. Felipe Massa's just in my way now. He's holding me up quite a lot. Understeer. This corner's famous for understeer. I've managed to make the move on Massa, but that's not going to last for long, so he'll come back at me when his tyres are fresh. Which are probably about now, actually. So it's going to be a temporarily move. Up a position, but he will come back at me very, very fast. We're not even gonna defend. If Massa makes a move, we're gonna let him go. Our pace is horrible around here in this McLaren. I love this circuit, but the McLaren does not run well around it at all. McLaren is horrible around here. Pitting this lap? I swear you said I'm on the bloody prime tyre. Let's check this. If you expect me to pit this lap on a prime tyre and the leaders haven't pitted on the option yet, you're stupid! Engineer, you're retarded. You really are stupid. I'm not pitting this lap. Go away. Well, we're gonna drive slightly defensive because I don't want to lose the position. I hate being overtaken. But it's not gonna make much of a difference to my race if I let them past. Understeer, understeer. Ricardo's passed Massa due to my slow driving in front of them. I don't care if it's closing his lap. You'd expect me to pit before option drivers have. Oh god, Ricardo's going to be all over the back of me down the next straight. We're going to be vulnerable here to a couple of overtakes from Ricardo and Massa. Very vulnerable actually. I've gone off the circuit. Oh no, sorry Ricardo, that was a complete accident. I came off the circuit, tried to come back onto the circuit, and I've just absolutely wiped out Ricardo. Complete error on my behalf. I absolutely messed up the line through a rouge. Came across, drifted wide here somehow, and then just came back onto the track and absolutely wiped out Danny Ricciardo. Not intentionally, he's not out of the race, but it's absolutely ruined his race. We're going to look at it on board with Danny Ricciardo. He was just coming up here. He sees that I take a bad line through this corner. I take another bad line. No, I want to be on board. And then I just come across... Why keep changing the angle, game? I come across him here and absolutely bury him into the wall. Completely accidental. Completely accidental. But that's just how it's gone down. I didn't mean to do that because I don't need to be battling with him. It was a complete error on my behalf there. We're pitting at the end of this lap. box this lap, and we're going to come in for the obviously option tyres because they're the only other tyres we need to run this race. Oh, I've got horrible pace around here. Absolutely horrendous pace. Danny Ricciardo though, I just thought might be holding up the cars that I'm battling with positions. Not an intentional accident with Ricciardo, but it's happened. Mass is trying to throw himself down the inside of me. But I'm just going to maintain... Oh, understeer. I'm going to just try and maintain 6th until I get to the end of the lap. We're not running great pace right now. We definitely are pitting at the end of this lap. Oh, sideways. We're going to let Massa go. We're going to let Massa go. We'll stay to this side. We'll let him past. We're going to try and slipstream him down here towards the pit entrance. Oh, understeer. Slight understeer there from the McLaren. Only a little bit, you know. Only a tiny bit of understeer. Fucking stupid car. Into the pits. And this is where we see where we're going to come out. I think we're going to struggle to come out in front of Jensen. He's coming around the chicane now. I believe he's going to be in front of us. Because this has been a horrible lap from us. We'll get out the pits now. It's going to be close. Jensen might just be in front of me, but I'm going to have to push on these cold tyres. He's coming around the hairpin now. I'm coming out the pits. There goes Jensen. I'm coming out just in behind him. I've come out in front of... Is that Perez? Yeah, I've come out in front of Perez. We're going to try and push. Jensen's on the prime tyres. I'm on the option tyres. I'm on the faster tyre now. Am I going to be able to catch my teammate and pass him to keep the objective going? I hope so. I hope I can. Push as hard as this car will allow me now. Come on, McLaren Honda. While the tyres are cold, just push hard. Warm them up as fast as possible. And then I'm going to have perfect tyres to overtake them. Slightly wide there, run into the gravel, but I managed to avoid getting too much gravel on my tyres. Understeer central corner. Obviously with the McLaren anyway. That didn't go through there too badly, you know, for an understeery car. Around one of the biggest understeer corners on the circuit, on the calendar, to be honest. It's a horrible corner. Corner cutting, now I barely touched the bloody inside. We're up behind Jensen now. We're absolutely flying on these option tyres. We're gonna make a move on him up the straight, I believe, in a minute. Just gonna stay behind him for a minute. We'll feel out where he's strong and where he's weak, and we're gonna make a move very, very shortly. I'll break through there because I had too much speed in comparison to him. We're gonna get into his slipstream up here, and we're just gonna try and drag our way past Jensen. Gonna go around the outside of the first part of these two left-handers. We're going to give him room, but Jensen backs off, and we've passed Button. We're up into P11. Can we catch 10th place, which is Carlos Sainz, and get ourselves a point? Sainz was in front of us earlier. We're going for him again, but we're on the better tyres now. And I believe we can do this. Because we went for an alternative strategy compared to everybody else. Stayed out longer on a set of prime tyres. Pit to the options, be faster at the end of the race, and hopefully push for some points. There's one retirement from the race. I don't know who that will be. That might be Ricciardo. He may have had another incident, or somebody might have crashed into the back of Ricciardo. Not entirely sure. But we're closing in on Carlos Sainz now. Sainz Jr. is just the next car in front of us. On the circuit as well, so there's no back markers between us. There's no Mauritius, should I say. They're the only back markers that are in this series at the moment. Because in McLaren's, we both seem to be about mid-table in most races. Mid-grid every race, really. Understeer into the first part of the hairpin there. Accelerate off as nicely as possible. Carlos Sainz is just there in front of me. I've gone up into P10. Somebody must be out of the race. Somebody must have retired. I've gone up a position I didn't even notice. P10. If I pass Carlos Sainz, push him slightly wide, allow Jensen Button to catch up, then both of us McLarens could be getting points. But I just want to race for myself for now, because I've been struggling for race pace. Carlos Sainz in the Toro Rosso car just in front of me. I believe it's Renault powered this year. It used to be Ferrari powered. I believe it's Renault now. But we're just going to try and slipstream Sainz to the best of our ability. There's not working well at the moment. It's not working well. Understeer there. We're going into the bus stop chicane. Are we going to make a move? Yes, we are. We've gone for a bit of a lunge move. And it works. We've passed Carlos Sainz. We're up into P9. Nico Hulkenberg is the next car in front of us. We get DRS as well on Sainz. So we pull away a little bit on that little tiny straight. Going to try and get a good acceleration off this corner. Sainz is going to get DRS into us into the big long straight if he stays within a second there. I think he's just managed it. We're going to go through Al Rouge the best as we can. Slight understeer. He's going to be catching us very, very fast down this straight. Here he comes. We're going to force him to go to the outside. We're going to force him to the outside. And that was a good move actually, because he didn't go for the move around the outside. Oh, nearly understeer there in the McLaren again. It's a common thing with this car. It just loves to understeer. It really does. We are hopefully going to catch Hulkenberg before the end, but if we don't, it's going to be a nice P9. Starting from last place and getting a couple of points in the McLaren Honda, which is a great achievement. Especially around one of the fastest tracks around. Longest straight. I believe one of the longest straights on the calendar might be the longest straight on the calendar. I'm not 100% sure if Shanghai's a bit longer or not. But they're the two longest straights I believe on the calendar. Mexico's one is pretty long, but I don't know about that one. Oh, that didn't go quite well. But we're running at decent pace here right now. 3.3 seconds off Nico Hulkenberg, the next car up the road. So it looks like P9 is going to be the best possible result here for us. Brake, 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 heavy braking, heavy braking. Shall we back Sainz in the button? Shall we back Sainz in the button? Hulkenberg, I'm not going to catch him. I don't know what you're on about. Yeah, I know, but now I'm trying to slow him down into Jensen. I've given up on Hulkenberg, as you can tell from the line that I took into that corner there. I just think it's a better idea to try and back Sainz into Jensen. Carlos Sainz is trying to pass me here. Oh, he's forced me into a mistake. He's forced me into a mistake. I'm forcing Sainz off the track. Sainz just pushed me off the track. He's just literally forced me off the track. That's appalling driving from him. I was just trying to overtake him and keep in front of him. And then he just freaking shoves me off into the gravel. Oh, wow, Sainz. It's not the first problem I've had with you either, is it, mate? Alright, I'm going to catch you. Bus stop, lunge, here we go. I'm taking a very interesting line around there. I lose my front wing. And we're just going to have to tiptoe around for the final few corners. I might be able to just hold on from Jensen. But yeah, that was bollocks. Sainz ruined me. I got frustrated, tried to accelerate around the outside of that corner. Obviously the McLaren loves understeer. Seriously, Jeff, you've only just decided to tell me I've got no front wing. You're a moron. What if I didn't notice? Then I'd have been in trouble, you dick. Horrible understeer. Horrible understeer. Jensen's passed me. Jensen has passed me. Jensen, I know I was trying to back you into the points, but I'm not going to lose the point myself to let you have it, you fucking dim. And I managed to stay in P10, lost the position to Sainz on the final lap because he forced me off the track. But P10 is not a bad result in the McLaren Honda.
From the world champion Lewis Hamilton. On days like today,
which puts me into 9th place in the championship. I've dropped a place to Romain Grosjean, who I'm sure I'll be battling with for the rest of the season. Jensen is down in 13th. I avoided him getting double figures there by stopping him getting that point. And that is going to be the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making it. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like, and if you're new around here, subscribe for more content. And I've been Chris12LFC, and I'll see you later.